everyone, it's Gary Karp, that tarot guy, with your card of the day reflections for Friday, February 19th. Now, as usual, my card of the day reflections comes from the Rider-Waite deck. If you've been following along with me and enjoying these videos for the last couple of weeks, you know my thoughts on the Rider-Waite deck and why I love it so much. So let's just dive right into today's card. Today's card of the day is Temperance. Now, a lot of people look at temperance and they think of it simply as balance. And while it does represent that, it actually goes a lot deeper than just balance. Temperance actually represents integration. It represents accepting all parts of ourselves and not separating ourselves depending on what the situation calls for. A lot of us will have one personality we will take out for business, one personality we will take out for love and romance, a third personality we'll take out for friendships, and never will those personalities meet. It's almost as if we're afraid to be our whole self, that we're afraid to show our true selves. So we split our personalities into different sections and we wear different masks. Temperance shows us that the only way we could have happiness and joy is by integrating all of those forms of our personality. Be the same person you are, holistically the same person that you are in each and every situation. Don't cordon yourself off and be serious because you think you have to be serious and not laugh at a joke or something that is funny in that moment. Don't deny yourself that gift. Integration is really the only true way we're going to find joy and happiness, by not denying parts of ourselves. And this also delves a little bit into shadow work in the work of Carl Jung, because temperance also tells us to accept all parts of ourselves, and that also includes the parts of ourselves that we believe are bad, the parts of ourselves that we believe are evil. And so we've pushed them down. We've buried them so deep that sometimes we don't even know they're there. But believe me, they are there, and they do show up in the most inopportune ways, and they will screw our lives up. So temperance is a card that reminds us not only integrating our personalities and making sure that we are the same person in our business life as we are in our romantic life, as we are in our family life, as we are in our friendship lives, but to also integrate all parts of our personality and to do the work to examine and bring up to the light those parts of us that we may not be happy with, that we believe are evil, that we believe are bad. Maybe when we were younger, we were told that it's wrong to be angry. We got angry and our parents yelled at us. And the more times we got angry and our parents yelled at us, we learned that we couldn't be angry any longer. So we've pushed that down. And now we're very agreeable. We're very malleable and pliable. But at what cost? Maybe that cost is that you find yourself doing things that you don't want to do, eating shit from people because you don't want to stand up for yourself, because you believe that getting angry at a situation is wrong. So take that lesson, and while we meditate on the energy in temperance, think about these things. Think about how you are dividing up your personality because you believe you have to be or act a certain way in a certain situation. And then decide just to be you, wholly and holistically you in each and every instance. And also, think about the parts of yourself that you're denying, that you buried down because you believe they're bad. And hold them up to the light. And try to find a good thing about them. Because really, No feeling, no emotion, no action, no behavior is good or bad. They're simply true for us in the moment that we're having them. So examine those negative, bad behaviors and feelings and see if you can find the benefit to them. Maybe that anger that you've pushed down, that you've denied because everybody told you it's wrong to be angry, it's wrong to lose your temper. Maybe that anger gives you the strength to push through a challenge and reach your goal. Maybe that frustration drives you to become a better person. Maybe that anger makes you stand up for yourself when someone is bullying you, when someone is trying to gaslight you, when someone is trying to take advantage of you. So examine those negative areas, those negative emotions, those things we've been told that are bad. Oh, and by the way, they don't only have to be negative emotions, right? We're told that good things, positive things, also need to be hidden. This is sometimes called the golden shadow. For example, maybe you were a class clown going through school. You loved making people laugh. You loved getting people to cut up and laugh at your jokes and alleviating a bit of tension with humor. But maybe you were told by your teacher that that's wrong. Maybe you were sent to the principal's office. You got detention or you got suspended. Maybe at a funeral you cracked a joke to release the tension and everybody looked at you and how dare you make fun of a solemn situation. And so you learned to push that ability to make people laugh and to release tension and make people feel better in a bad time down. But if you think about it, that's truly a gift. Making people laugh is a gift. Look at people like George Carlin and Richard Pryor and Robin Williams and Lenny Bruce. These people had a gift to make us laugh. So even the good things that you've pushed down, look at. I want to let you know that once you meditate on this card and you start to integrate all those parts of you and you start to holistically become whole, people are going to look at you as if you were magical. Because it's not the easiest thing to do, and it's, in this society, not the normal thing to do. We don't normalize a holistic sense of self. We normalize being a certain person, a certain situation, and acting a certain way depending on where we are. That's what society tells us to do. So when you integrate yourself, when you work with the energy in the Temperance card and you master it, it's going to look like an impossibility to people when you start living with joy. It's going to look like magic. And this is also reflected in the card because if you see, she's pouring the water from one cup to another, but that cup is not directly below to catch the water. Physically, there's really no way that water can fall into the other cup, yet it is, as if by magic. And that's how other people are going to treat you when you integrate the energy of temperance. When you work to find the balance, when you work to integrate all parts of yourself so that you can be whole. Well, that's all I got for you today. Again, my name is Gary, that tarot guy. If you enjoy all these card of the days reflections, then please do me a favor. Head on over to my Patreon account and drop $1 in my tip jar. I will be extremely grateful if you do. And when you drop that dollar in the tip jar, when you support me and you become a supporter on Patreon, you're going to get access to the extended card of the day readings where we dive even deeper into the meanings of the card. We talk more in depth about the symbols and the symbology and what they mean. And I also use some of my life coaching experience and I give you practical tips and strategies on how you can manifest this energy into your life. So please, If you like what I'm putting down, if you find value in it, head on over to patreon.com/thattarotguy and become a supporter. It'll cost you just $1 a month, $12 for the entire year. That's less than a tarot deck. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day today, and until tomorrow, be good.